This is second part of getting out of silver competitive full match tips and tricks. In the last video you saw the gameplay from the T side where I showed you how to push to the B side using a single molly. So the CT is all about holding the site. So I personally do it with a nade. Whenever I hear a sound from the footstep of the enemy rushing towards the app, I just throw a nade and hold here, because of which the enemy will be low. Instead of directly going for the gunfight, you can always use the utility and get a advantage over your enemies. Here I just fall back cause I figured out that they are not pushing A, instead they're pushing B. As I saw the bomb was on the B, so I let him leave there and started pushing to B side. As a CT, you need to always prioritize on the bomb rather than the enemy. So whichever side the bomb is, you need to push towards that side. Here I got down by the second enemy. That was my mistake, crouching in front of the enemy. Even though crouch gives you a accuracy, but it cuts off you from going back to the cover. It will just make you a easy target. So if you ask when to crouch, it depends on the situation. Always avoid crouching in the close range fight. Even in the mid range, just tap on the crouch and then let it go. Crouching for a long time, it only means that you are exposing your head to your enemy and you are becoming a easy target. Coming back to the game, we had only 4 players and they had 5 people with full team. If you remember in the last video, I said that me and the soccer, the guy that you're seeing in the screen, just carried the entire game. We either got little support from the team or no support at all from the team. So that's the random for you in the silver lobby. Can't help with that. So if you can figure out that who is carrying the match, you can just play around him and help him to get more kills so that you can win the round. As in CT, you need to hold two sides. What you do is you hold the side opposite to the top fragger side. You just play the opposite side that the top fragger is holding. That's how you can hold the both the side. But in this game, we were down to 4, so it was not possible. We were just scattered around both the side, unaware of that. So you can always take a pause in between to figure out what's going on in the match. It might be a good way to figure out what to do in the next round. Checking out the kills of the opponent team and understanding who is the top fragger of top player of their team and understanding where does he pushes and maybe get him down first so that you can clutch later on the other teammates. 1v5 situation, and this is how you need to play. Just don't go in the open and use some pre-fires to just get out of it if you can, but still it would be difficult to clutch entire 5 players if they just rushes onto you. Coming back to the game, even though they are 5 people, we are still managing with the rounds and it's pretty close by. It's 5 to 6, and now I think they're going to B side because they won the fight in the B side in the last round. They will obviously push towards the B side, just being confident. So only thing you can do is hold your nade and wait for them and damage them as much as possible, then take them down one by one. Just throwing nades in the long would be much more important because everyone will be pushing from the long, and here you go for 2 kills because I threw the nade and the molly that damaged the guy from the long, so they both got down. It's also important to smoke the side so that the we got confused. So this is a backstab which my teammate must hold the mid. So Soccer just let him inside the site. We should have holded the mid position. Tactically, my teammates are unaware of that, so we can't do anything of that. That's why holding the mid position is much more important so that they don't backstab you from behind. So they keep winning on the side B, and we also have the information that they push from the mid like 2 to 3 players, so that's why we'll be holding mid now. You need to use the last round as a guide to the next round. You can always where they're going to push. So in this case, as we saw in the last round, 2 players were pushing from the mid and then rest of them were long, and one person was flanking for A. So there might be possibility of a backstab from A, But in the silver lobby, it's like always one-sided push. They never go for a rotate or something. If they're pushing B, then it would be B. They will never go A. I was just being safe so that they doesn't push back from B to A. Here comes the second enemy who pushed in the last round. That's how we can figure out that how the enemy is going to push towards the site and play a counter gameplay against them, winning the round. It was a winning situation because of randoms. They just push, they doesn't care. Now we have a 2v1 situation. I was just waiting in the mid so that they come from there, and then I went for A. So just to check, but he already pushed B, and that's the end of the round. We won that round. So because they lost the last round in the B side, there is a possibility that they might push towards the A just to confuse us. So it's better to smoke here because my teammates are in the B side. When they see the smoke, they just slow down for a bit. So if I hear a footstep, I could always throw a nade or something, but they did not push A either. They just went for B again. So in the most of the silver lobby, they doesn't even rotate for A. They always push for B. But I heard one enemy in the site A who was flanking from behind, even though their team is in A side, and I just get backstabbed by him. If the holding the side doesn't work, you can always push towards the enemy just to surprise them and take them down. For all the previous round, we were just holding the side, so they won't expect us from pushing. So I was just checking in the mid if they're going to A or not, but there were no players in the mid, so I just went towards the arch and checking towards the long. So if there anyone playing in the stairs, but my teammate already pushed, so I thought of going back because there's a player in the side who has a bomb. It's always bad to push from the double doors, but here it worked because it's a silver lobby. But it's better to push from either from stairs or from the long because double doors are wall bangable, they can take you easily. Now I'm down to 1v1 situation. The guy has a arm in his hand and just hide until the time runs out. Peeking is a bad idea against a arm. You need to always jump in front of the arm rather than just going for a peek, cause you'll be getting down with the arm scope on. That's how we managed to get back the round. It's 7-8 still. They are being leading. They were shooting from the double doors always, so I used a molly from here so that could damage them easily. That would hit them and give some sort of damage. Now it became too obvious that they will be pushing B all the time. Spam some nades and mollies and stuns in the direction of long. Because they became more predictable to us. Like they only push B, so if we use few nades and stun towards the long position of B, you can just take them down. I tried the same molly in the double doors so that they could not shoot through the doors, but we get nothing here. I think they are not here, or they are just pushing in the long, showing that nade would might help to get a few damage. We forgot that they always push from the mid, and we left the mid open. Now there is no chance of winning cause we are just got surrounded by the enemies from mid as well. So recover the round. I started to hold the mid in the next round. I got one person here and then I just keep holding here. So this is the best position to hold the B. You can hold the mid and also the long from that position. Here comes the mistake from my teammate. He just pushes into them. Rather, he should have holded the site and defended it, but he just pushed in and he'll just get down and we will be down to 1v2 position when then I heard someone from the mid and it was smoked. I could not see him. I could not connect the bullet. When I switch it, it's game over. That's how it affects your points when you play with the randoms. You can't just defend everything in the round. Still, we managed to get 20 points.